It's constitutional duty to give a fair and timely hearing, and there was nothing in the Constitution that said a vote to 2016.
This is the same thing as you guys talk about the Biden rule. There is no Biden rule. What happened then was worked out. It was an effort to try to get something done. What I've tried to do during my entire career in Congress and in the Senate is to get rid of obstruction. And what we found the last 8 years especially with Republicans, Boehner first, McConnell, is everything was obstructed. That was what they set out to do, and they've done a good job of it. But we've always tried, and I've been part of that for many years, to get rid of obstruction.
That eye's completely black.
Well, then what happened in 2005? I can quote you during the Miguel Estrada hearing. You said, there's no reason to mince words around here. We're not going to allow an up or down vote on Miguel Estrada. That's a form of obstruction back when President Bush was in office.
But remember, this man had a full hearing. It came to the Senate floor, and all we ask is that you worked in the White House. You wrote a lot of legal opinions. We're entitled to see them. That was reasonable. And the White House instructed this good man not to do it. It was unfair to him, but that's what happened.
What's that hole right there? You see that hole right there?
Had written in those legal opinions.
Look at that hole over his glasses.
I guess I'm going back to...
See that right there? What is that? Look at that hole in his eye.
Other than the political affiliation of the...
Right here.
What has changed is that? Look at what has happened. We have never held up a Supreme Court nomination. Since 1900, in a lame duck session, there have been 6. They've all been approved.
But there was, wait a minute, Alito...
You see that hole right there?
Filibuster for Alito and Roberts.
Where is Alito today? He's on the
It failed, it failed, but you wanted one.
But that's the point. You can draw all these extracurricular activities that took place, but look at what happened. For example, let's look at 2 very famous cases that came before the Senate. Bork, didn't get enough votes.
Look at that hole! Look at that! Look, it's open up! Look!
Either did Thomas.
You see that shit?
Brought them to the floor anyway.
Man's closing.
We met with them. We had hearings.
You see that hole in his eye? Look at that! Look at that! Look! Look at that hole!
Are you recording?
Should be a full vote.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Now, I don't know why.
Oh, now the screen fucking up because they know it see that shit.
He's marching these men and women over a cliff.
Look at that hole.
Go. Well, he said we're not.
Look at that shit.
Gonna meet with them. We're not going to hearings. We're not going to have a vote. But that facade is breaking as we speak. We now have about 8 or 9 senators who I guess we will meet with them. And we had a senator day before yesterday who said, "Let's man up here. We are elected to take votes. We should be voting, and there's going to be a breakthrough here."
Well,
I told him.
Why do you think you're going to get a hearing? How are you going to get a hearing? Mitch McConnell has said no hearing at all. So why do you think you're going to get a hearing?
Mitch McConnell has said a lot of things, but his Republican senators are not going to go over that cliff with him. They're not going to do it. As I told Merrick Garland, this is going to break. You're going to become a Supreme Court justice. In addition to the people agreeing to meet, we have Republican senators. Senators are veteran senators. So, well, maybe what we should do is do it in the lame duck. Orrin Hatch, Lindsey Graham, others have said that. But if they're going to do it in the lame duck, do it now.
4 years from now, and I know you're not going to be Senate Democratic leader 4 years from now, but 4 years from now, if you're in the 4th year of a Republican presidency, you don't think the Democrats should do whatever it takes to prevent that Republican president from appointing a Supreme Court justice in a presidential year before the election?
Not only do I think they shouldn't do it, they wouldn't do it. Whoever is elected president is elected for 4 years. Obama was elected for 4 years. He filled that duty he had to the American people. He was re-elected. He has an obligation to do his job for 4 years, not 3 years. Senators have an obligation to do their constitutional duty for the time that the president's in his
Do you blame Republicans, though, for wanting to do whatever it takes? This is going to change the makeup.
Baby, look up for 1 second.
This is worth.
Look, goddammit! I need you to look.
I'm looking
Absolutely.
at what?
Look at the hole in his eye up top.
Who was the chair of the Judiciary
That ain't no
Committee,
fucking
chair of the
cut.
Finance Committee said you could not pick a finer nominee than Garland. Why didn't you do that? He is complaining to Obama. Of course I
Man's gone.
Of course I do. Here's a fine
You don't
man
think they should
with a
fight
record
to
that-
prevent the change in the makeup
Going
as
and I see
hard
it.
as they possibly can?
No, it's not been done in the past, and that their excuses are lame. They're going to wind up, as a result of this foolishness, they're going to wind up losing Senate seats they shouldn't have lost. I'm kind of glad they're doing it, but it's so foolish. McConnell's leading his senators over the cliff, and I'm telling everybody that's watching this, the senators aren't going to allow that.
And a little earlier this morning, I was joined by the Republican Senate Majority Leader.